What's up, guys? So this week we're going to show you how to do some baby back ribs. It was runner-up to the brisket. If you didn't catch our brisket video, go ahead back on our channel and check it out. It's a 4-part. It's 30 minutes, but it's well worth it. A lot of information. Baby backs, well, ribs in general were second place, and we figured we'd show you how to do baby backs. We've had success with both spares, which we cut the St. Louis cut, and baby backs on the competition trail. And personally, I like to eat baby backs more, and that's what we're going to show you today, is how to cook them at the house, hit a home run for the family, and make it as easy on you as we can. So we'll jump right into it. Super easy. We're not really going to trim much off of these at all. More going to talk about the back side of it. There's a membrane that covers the back, and if you'll come in here on me, Josh, we'll show them what we're talking about. It's this here on the back. It coats that, and it's just like a real thick silver skin, and you're not going to get any rub through that at all. So it can be a real pain in the butt to get off. I like to take a paper towel and rub over here and get this corner started. Get your thumb and kind of pull it back. Some guys use a spoon or a butter knife to get it started. But once you get it going, get all the way across the side, take your paper towel, get your fingers in there, and it's not hard at all. Peel that whole thing off. So, top side of these baby backs, I'm not really going to do anything. Competition, I may come and cut off some of that fat on top, or try to square it up a little, but we're going to eat every bit of that. So let's go through one more of these backs. I'll show you how to do that. We'll rub these two and get them on. It's the same thing. Come up here where you can get you a good corner. Now this one does have some broken stuff at the end of it. I'm going to come in, square that off. I would have not really missed that little broken bone on the end there. So, and get your membrane started. Get it going all the way across. If you don't get it going across even, it'll rip and tear all the way down the side. So there's two. Pretty quick, not much to it. I'll cut this little flap off. Look at the bottom for any real imperfections, but that's it in a nutshell for that. So we'll talk about rubbing them up. We're going to use some yellow mustard for a binder. You can use anything, oil, olive oil, Crisco, whatever. Just again trying to get something to stick to the bottom of the ribs here. We're going to use Blues Hogs, sweet and savory, on it today. Nice, salty and kind of sweet, good balance. Good coat on the bottom. In the heat, it won't take long for this to set up and start to pull some of that moisture out of the back of them, and you'll see it start to set. Kind of push that down in. I like doing them in these pans on the racks, again, because we flip this over, we're not going to lose all that rub we just put on there for it rubbing all over the bottom of the pan. So repeat on the top, you know, we're not dousing it in mustard. This is just a base. Try to get it started there for you. So hit the top with a good little bit here. Alright. Let that sit here in the heat for just a few seconds. Set up in there. We're going to cook it again on the Masterbuilt 560. It's getting to be one of our favorite cookers. This will be 2 videos in a row. We've talked about it, and just phenomenal. We're going to set it to 250 and cook these till they hit the temperature we like, or the collar. And then we're going to wrap them. So we'll go ahead and get these in. Put them right in here on the rack that we got them cooking in. And we'll come back and check in a couple hours, and we'll catch up with you then. Thanks. What's up, guys? We've been on 3 hours at 250 degrees, and we've got the collar that we're looking for out of the ribs. And one of the big tests that I always do is if you can touch the rib and your rub doesn't come off on your finger, that lets you know that it's set up. You've got that crust you want. You know, barbecue and smoking meats, you're looking to add layers of flavor. So at this point, with that, you know, crust that's toughened up on it, you know, we're not going to get any more smoke flavor, and we've got the rub flavor we want. So now what we're going to do is build in 2 more layers with some brown sugar and honey and some sauces, and so we'll work you through the process of the wrap now. Get in here on top of that. See what I'm talking about here? You know, that bark is set. It's nice. We've kind of spritzed it a couple times throughout just to kind of help that set up a little bit and not dry out. We added this rack so we could show you 2 ways to wrap. You know, I said I like to cook on the pans. This was above those, so it kind of dripped down on these. But the same thing overall, the bark is set. We're going to do the same thing to both of them as far as ingredients that we're going to add. We got some brown sugar, we got some honey, and we got some parquet. So we're going to come on them first with a good bit of honey. And I like to come across it and just try to put a pretty even coat right across the top of it. Don't have to be perfect. It's hard, OCD. And you can see this killer red, you know, kind of mahogany, dark color we got on these ribs. You don't see that mustard or that yellow showing through. Put it on too thick sometimes, you don't get that good crisp. But I think we got it here today. Enough to eat. Then I come back with parquet, just kind of back and forth, get a good amount on them. Same thing with the honey, same kind of just back and forth pattern. Just trying to get it in that foil. It's all going to mix together and make a awesome, like, kind of caramely buttery goodness. So for these, we got a double foil. Holds it nice and tight with the first layer. Always pull your foil up back to the top. These things are going to push out a ton of juice, and that's why we do 2 layers. The back layer just ripped on us. You kind of be careful where you have points, and in a competition you trim those down so you can poke your foil out and look nice. But cooking at home, leaving the ends on, just be careful at the ends that you don't poke holes in it. So there's that wrap. We're going to leave these right in that container. We just need a single thing of foil. What's important here is that we wrap them down tight on the edges. You don't want any of this steam getting out. That steam, so we've taken all the smoke flavor we're going to get, but it's kind of like the brisket. This is the point where you're going to start looking for steam to kind of get in there and loosen it up and render the rest of the fat. You don't want any of that getting out. All right. We're going to kick it up to 275 now that everything's wrapped. Put them on the same set, these on the bottom. Put this guy on the top. We'll come back and check them now. We're not shooting for a temperature again, over 200, over 205 really. And then we'll start probing them for tenderness and see when they're ready to eat. So we'll check back in a couple hours. Thanks.
6 hours later.
Alright guys, we're ready for the big finish. We've been on for a total of 6 hours now. Like I said, this last few hours, we kicked it up to 275 when it was wrapped. And we're going to go ahead now and check them for tenderness and see if we're ready to slice them up. Sure smells good. Got us some sauce warming up in here. We went ahead and cut. It's probably 2/3 of the Blues Hog Smoky Mountain, and then we cut in about 1/3 of the Tennessee Red to give it some good heat. Good heat and vinegary, kind of cuts that sauce down a little bit. We're gonna let that keep warming up while we cut. We don't, a lot of people will at this point sauce their ribs and then put them back on for it to set up. When we're selling from our truck and when we're eating them, these dry ribs are so good that most people don't even want sauce off the truck, but we like to dip them. I like some sauce, so let's see how we did on our first one that was just wrapped, cooked straight on the grate, just wrapped. What if that smell could hit you guys? Come on in here and look at those, Josh. Yeah, what do you think about that? Oh yeah, super tender, temping at, yeah, a little over 200. Yeah, those are money. All right, well, let's see how those slice real quick. Turn mine upside down so you can see all those bones in there. Sometimes it's still tough to get between those. That one at the end is always a mess, so that'll just make a good eat for somebody. Super, super juicy, tender. we'll throw these back in here, and then we're going to check our ones on the bottom. We'll just foil them back up in their own goodness for right now. Bring our sauce out for these. I'll show you a couple. See how we did on these here. Oh yeah. Good collar. Super tender. Yeah. Everything well over. Just like butter in and out. No resistance. That's what you're looking for on that. So let's slice into one of these bad boys. Good bend there. It's starting to break. That's one of the good signs you want to see, where they don't just fall under their own weight, but you get that good break. Like butter, y'all. So again, get that good juicy pull back on the bone for our sauce. Like I said, we just like to take ours and dunk them right in there like that. When they're done, straight to the plate. Try the bite test. Straight to the bone. Didn't fall off. Super tender. So that's it in a nutshell again. Super easy. 5-6 hours. Super messy too. So if you got any questions, comments, hit us below. Like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this one. It's another easy one. Hope you're starting to see a pattern that, brisket, ribs. We'll do pork butts next week. We'll do that one next. That'll put you off on your big 3. Should be able to entertain the whole family easy with that. So thanks again. Watch us on our next video. Like and subscribe. See you next time.